We're already late.
We're late?
No,
No.
we're early.
Haha.
We're just on time.
We
See?
just made
we would have
it.
been late if you futzed about for a while. Can't drop the hard
true.
frick so early in the video.
No hard fricks, guys.
No fricks.
Hello, friends. We're here.
Hello and welcome to the critique stream of 2019.
Yes.
Just
The only one.
One sec, I just gotta get busy.
Okay. Get busy.
I
Paul.
didn't help at all.
Hello, Ghost Kingdom, Toffle, Hexenbalg, Seeable, Gabby, Acepan, Rocket Spaceship,
Pants.
Blue Spider, PK,
Y'all ready for this?
the Aviator. Hello, everybody. We just got back from the farmer's market.
It's time to do a live stream, a critique stream, as it were.
Heck yeah.
We're gonna critique all y'all patrons.
Mm-hmm.
We got it all put together in a document.
We do.
And, what?
Stress noises. Don't worry. You guys all have lovely art.
Yeah, and, if you want it, I have to do the ad first thing. But if you want your thing critiqued next month, make sure to go over the Patreon, $8 a month. And if you sign up now, you get an extra because it charges you up front. Because I don't like those people who are like, yes, I paid, and they go, yoink, didn't pay, got the thing anyway. And you're like, ugh, the worst.
Yeah, so. If you sign up now, you get into the next one. So.
Do you think they're watching us this time? Sometimes.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so...
Okay.
So are we going to start with the script? Does V also have,
Yeah, V has designs
Okay.
to look at. I think they're characters from the script we read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot, I can't see it.
Mm.
It's probably on the Discord, right?
Yep.
Just direct me to their critique stream.
Go up.
Yeah,
Go down.
I'm currently going up.
Go up. Keep going. There you go.
Okay, cool.
There.
So I'm gonna start with the script. So we got sent a script by me because we also do script stuff, and that's a thing we do.
Yeah.
And I've never actually done it. So I'm gonna get to ramble first, and then it's gonna be Ursula rambles time forever.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to refresh myself on the script because it was sent to me via Google Docs, and I think it was like the start of it. I'm just like setting my groundwork here. Trying to remember what I had to say. So I really liked the characterization right off the bat was very quick. I liked the first scene. The introduction scene was really good and strong. It had some good setup, a good mood. I really got what the main character Dario, or is it
Yep,
Dario?
Dario.
Dario was going through. I dig that. I kind of like the concept of sports, dance, sword fighting kind of thing.
I was so excited when I saw that. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, like that's a very solid basis for a story. When Elle first showed up, I felt she had very strong, quick characterization, which is very good. Yeah, I also found the dialogue was very strong. It very, like, clicked together as far as, like, natural sounding and how everyone like I keep saying characterization, but it had a good sense of, like, who was talking, and it felt like actual people talking. And I could imagine a lot of the visuals. It's always difficult reading scripts because when you read them, you tend to have to like adjust like your mind a bit because reading a comic script is a little more boring than reading the actual comic pages is going to be. So, but like whenever I was in the dialogue sections, I did feel engaged for the most part. I'm gonna move into like the negative aspects that I found. So with the characterization being so kind of quick quick and good. I felt like it got reiterated on a lot. Um, like like with like Elle when she shows up, and you get a very quick sense of her character that she's like, um, what is she like? How would I describe this? Like,
She's very confident. She's very excited about an upcoming competition.
yeah, okay, yeah, I got all of that really quick. But then it felt like the scenes kind of kept continuing and going over those points again and again, trying to like really hammer them in to the point where it was just like, okay, I got this like the minute I saw her. I'd like to really move into some more, like, just move in deeper with those ideas from there. Um, what else? I found that kind of after the initial prologue sort of scene, it felt like a lot of that where it would like kind of drag on for longer than it really needed to. Um, I need help saying more words because I know we talked over this a lot.
Yeah, there were a couple parts toward the end of the script we were given. It felt like. Sorry, are you talking about like the ending of scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there was one scene where a lot of time was given to like characters saying goodbye to each other, where it felt like there wasn't any new information being given to each other or any characterization with it either. Like it wasn't giving us too many hints into the characters' personalities that we hadn't already seen established.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in the final scene of the script we were given, that it introduces this idea of like the main character is dropping his little sister off to go see their parents, and he tells her like, go say hi to mom and dad for me, and then he leaves and he's very upset about his parents, I believe. And it felt like we got that idea right away as soon as he says like, oh, say hi to mom and dad for me, because it was set up earlier that he has a trouble with them. And then it just felt like it was just dragged out for a little bit too long when you already introduced these really strong seeds for these things earlier. Is there anything else you wanted to say writing wise?
Sorry, I'm confused. Everyone's like waiting for them to arrive. We're streaming right now, right?
Are we streaming? Can you guys hear us?
We're streaming.
Okay.
Are we here?
Hello?
We can hear you? Oh, okay.
Okay, I was like,
sorry.
wait, have we just been talking? No one can hear us? Okay.
Okay, sorry. Everyone's just quietly listening to us.
You're like, wow.
I think V is gone, so there's like a lot less like...
Yeah. So
Okay.
V will have to look at this after. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, was there any more script stuff you wanted to talk about? Because I can talk about kind of the visual side of this, the paneling.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of that where it was just... I also felt I was confused about what was being set up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially when it was like Act 1 ends. And I'm assuming it's not like actual acts. Because if it is, I don't think that would actually be the end of like a technical Act 1, but it doesn't feel like that's what it's going for, I hope. Because like I just don't know where it's all going. I understand the issue kind of that Dario is having, but I don't quite get where anyone else's motivations, and even then I don't really entirely understand Dario's in motivations either. Like I really want to know like what people are going for. because it's like I don't even quite know if Dario like wants to impress his parents, or if he wants to, like, I'm not quite sure what his drive is. But I get a little more sense of it than anyone else's. Like I get that Elle wants to win this thing, but it also like, I don't know. It needs like some more like building conflicts, some more tension, some more things not going well. And I also found the info dump section was a little awkward because basically what happens is like the characters have like Dario has like a flashback to his brother explaining sword techniques to him, not sword techniques, sorry, the rules to him, and the end of the scene kind of surmises with like, oh, I already knew all that. And then there's the part about like appearance also being part of it, which I thought was like, um, I think that was like a strong aspect of it. Everything else kind of felt dry, and it moved. It was a lot of information where I don't think I gleaned it all. Where I think it would be better to like introduce each of these rules separately and slowly over time, like each aspect, because it would just give you more time to digest like what about dance is like important, like what are important things. You can maybe hint at it, but if you just set up a scene about Dario, like that one scene without all the info dump, and it was just Dario with the subtext of like trying to ask like, is my appearance really gonna affect my score, I think that's a much stronger scene, because it would just be building up the character, where I don't think we need the rules of dance right off the bat like super strong. And I think you could probably introduce the rules of like this sword dance thing through actually watching a competition, like setting up anything if you look at the structures of like tournament arcs where you just show less consequential fights happening, big quotes around like fights. I know it's not like, I don't know if it's actual fights or like what the dance is entirely, yeah. But like just showing some less plot relevant ones to introduce like, oh, this person failed because of their lack in grace, and this person lacked this, and just like watching those play out, it would just be a much stronger way to get this information to me as a reader. Where I think the flashback to him being worried about his appearance, that's good because it's like already building on a character that we know, and then we can kind of move forward from there and start learning more about the setup and stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so there you go. Yeah. I guess we could move to that. I don't think V's here, so maybe we can like look at everyone else's art first, because sure. some people are here.
Okay, so we'll come back to V's designs
later. Yeah.
Later. Okay, so maybe we'll do those.
I just wanted that off my brain while it was like fresh in my head.
That's fair.
Let us. Everyone's saying let us.
Okay, so who should we start with?
Just letting you do your job. Okay, I've been able to hear you the entire time. You're streaming.
Okay. Is Yellow Iris Cosplay here? That's their name on the Discord. I don't know what their YouTube name is.
I know for a fact that Battery Acid is here. Ace of Pan is here. Mm-hmm. PK is here.
PK. Did Battery Acid submit anything?
I don't know. I don't think so, actually.
The chat is so calm.
Everyone's calm. Everyone's enjoying these vibes.
I'm here. Oh, June.
I'm here, but I didn't submit anything because I had nothing to submit.
Oh, that's fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you don't have to submit if you don't want to.
Just make our life easier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's start with Hex, because I saw your name.
Alright, Hex.
Sorry, Hex, you're on the hot seat right now. Okay, so.
Which one are we looking at?
So we're looking at the
Okay, yeah.
vampire pieces.
I'll let you go first because you're powerful.
It looks like there's 2 versions of this. Sorry, I'll read the comment that Hex left. So, spoiler, because a little bit of blood. So yeah, sorry, trigger warning, blood.
Too much blood. Blood.
But if you read Magpie, then blood's pretty tame. Okay.
No hot seat. I'm dying of heat.
Cold seat. Okay.
The cellar.
You're in the cellar. Oh, we're also recording in the basement again because it's so hot. Okay. So more of a concept, TM, a vampire AU thing. My boy Silas, about to make a dumb decision to make sure the love of his undead life is saved. Okay. Let's see. Looking at these.
We got the Ursula.
Sorry, I gotta think. Okay, so they are both nice color schemes, honestly. I do find the version with the gray background, the blood stands out more. And it also makes the color of his eyes pop, even though I know in the below one that it's more red. You don't see the different colored eyes.
Everybody was breakdance fighting.
I think color-wise, I think just the contrast between like the gray background and then the bright red on Silas in the gray version, it adds more contrast than I think is present in the second one where everything is red. And I think that's because of a lot of the values that you've chosen are kind of mid-tone, meaning they're all kind of around the same value range. So there's no like super like dark colors or like black colors. Sorry, not black colors. There's no dark colors, there's no black used. But there's also not very much like highlight either. There's not a lot of like super light values, like somewhere close to white. It's all very, I mean, the shirt color is definitely pretty close to white. I know there's white in his eyes, but the colors around those are all very kind of light in value, and they need just like the contrast heightened a little bit. My ever-present problem with values, it's really hard. I struggled with it too for a really long time.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, I like the red in the top one because it's a really saturated red, which I also think makes it stand out.
Yep.
Whereas in the background, you have a lot of gray gray to the red background. Like, it feels like, almost like it, I don't know if this is the case, but it looks like it's like red that got opacity reduced over the gray, where it kind of makes like a muddy look to it, because it's less of a red and it's more kind of a brown when you look at it. Whereas if like you just like up the saturation on that, I think you would also might get more of a, I don't know.
Yeah, because I can show that. I can show some of that. So like if we took this red, and so right now the color in the background, it's like way over here. It's very gray and very desaturated. So if we just threw it over into the saturated zone, like, and I can kind of show you what it would look like on top. Like,
quiet.
Sorry.
It's okay. All I can hear is Fado in the background wrestling in the beanbag. it's like a brick color.
But yeah, but you can see the difference there, where it's a lot richer.
Yeah.
And I think it complements the red a little bit more, like the very saturated red on Silas.
Because, yeah, then you get more of, like, because he's very desaturated, which I think is fine in this case.
Oh, yeah.
And it really makes all the color stand out. Because if you wanted to do the background color, I think you need just more saturation to the color that you're choosing.
Mm-hmm.
I also find the composition-wise, I think the moon is very conflicting with him, because it's taking up kind of the same presence as his head, where they're the same size and they're in the same place, and they're like, there's not as much like of an interesting kind of overlap happening. Where I think the overlap, like the hair kind of touches right against the corner, creating like a lot of conflict, and there's like a lot of tension right in the area with like his chin, like right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the line of the moon just clicks right there.
Yep.
And just everything is brought to this little space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whereas I think it could also be helped if the image was cropped in a little bit. So if you cropped out like kind of all this negative space over here, I think that would also help the composition. I think you could even like crop off part of Silas here, and that would
Yeah.
it helps bring focus. It makes the moon kind of steal a little bit less. Honestly, I might make the moon smaller or bigger.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It takes up kind of the exact same amount as his head.
Yeah, so right now him and the moon are kind of fighting for our attention, whereas like you probably want it on Silas. You can make him bigger, or you can make the moon so big that it's like it's part of the background and you don't even notice it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you make the moon red in the background.
Yeah.
That would pop.
That's true.
Pop
it was
energy.
like real bright red, but it like had a lighter value than the red on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
I find with backgrounds and characters, it really helps if the background is either much darker than the character or much lighter than the character.
Yeah.
You can go either way.
Keep working on your values. Do you some value studies.
Yeah.
They're the most boring things ever, but like
They're the worst. But what really helped me was just grabbing like actual photographs and seeing what values are on people, and it kind of helped me understand like what the value under the shadow under their jaw looks like, and the shadows on the different planes of their face. Like what are the actual values there?
Bring up the little color picker. It's good for that.
Mm-hmm. But I like the emotion on Silas. I kind of get that, like, he's making a sacrifice and he's looking very lovingly at someone. Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
What's our next one?
So the next one is another Silas. So second piece is also Silas because I'm obsessed with
there.
one OC and OC ship right now, so he's all I draw. That's fair. Been there. Okay. So, again, you've conveyed quite an emotion here. I feel like he's undressing me with his eyes. So I'm assuming he's looking at the character he's shipped with. Let's see. I like your color choices. I really like the brightness of the green and the orange. They really highlight each other really well, and I like how it's brought into like his eye and it's matched on his garment. I'm crying. Ursula blushes. Phil. Okay. So, yes, the colors are very nice in this one. I like the really bright values like really saturated colors that you've used here. Like I really like kind of the shading here on his neck is really nice. Like you've got a really nice gradient going down. I like how the color of his skin is very, like right around here the colors really mesh well together, because like the pink of the tongue and the red on the blood is very close to the orange in his hair and stuff, and the embroidery on his eye patch. Like in here it's like 10 out of 10. Really good color choices here. I find that the rendering of shadows and everything is also really nice. I think again it needs a bit more contrast, like darkening the values on like his nose and under his jaw. But I think you've got a good idea of kind of where the shadows fall and where the light hits, which is really nice. I think again you just gotta heighten that contrast.
Push it ridiculously far,
Yeah.
like next time. Like try something like way out of your comfort zone, and if it goes too far, then you can just meet yourself in the middle. But a lot of the times when you're like, when it's something you're not like you're uncomfortable with, or something you're just learning, sometimes it's just easier to push yourself really far, because a lot of times, man, you aren't like what you think is like the farthest you can push it, like is usually like not even as far as you can go, especially if it's just something that you're used to.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Looking at Ursula.
Making heavy shadows is spooky. It is,
Yeah.
but it'll pay off. Because,
Yeah.
like, just push it farther and farther until you're like, I can't go any farther. And then you'll kind of start to see how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely do value studies and color studies.
Yes. Like, just grab a photo and take that color picker and just see what is actually there and kind of copy it until you understand it, and then you can put it on your own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also do it on a new layer so that if you hate it, you can get rid of it really easy. But yeah, overall, very nice. I think there's also some issues with proportions, because I feel like his waist to his shoulders feels like very stylized, where I think he's just supposed to have that like really slender waist, which is fine. But I think like there's some issues with like the size of his arms, that I think it's just that they don't match. So for example, like this arm feels wider than this one, and
that one is a hook. What's wrong? This should be a hand.
it's just haha.
Missed a few fingers there.
Stop. But his hand also feels like it's bent a little funny. Like he's missing kind of the definition of like the thumb joint. And his hand should be bending more at the wrist instead of up here on his hand. His head feels a little bit too big, and the neck as well in proportion to the shoulders. But these are all little things that are very easy to fix. But overall, very nice.
I think I could use a little like stronger gesture beneath it too. Like it feels like the hip. I don't know, the stuff you talk about. I don't know. Explain it better than me.
I think the pose feels a little stiff, and I think part of it is the I think part of it is gesture, and part of it is like small, like I guess anatomy technicalities, like this wrist here.
So I'm just kind of comparing it to like the next piece, where I think it has really strong motion to it. Like it has a much stronger like line of action going through it. I can feel the weight, and this one feels a bit more weightless to me.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit floaty, and I think you're right, because this one down here, which we'll get into more detail, there's like this line right here through him.
My critique, because he seems to not have a hand.
Can you imagine? Okay. But like his hips also go this way, his shoulders are like this, and then you've got like some nice stuff here where it just feels like very full of motion, and like there's lots of curves to him and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas, sorry, I'll just get rid
I
of
can
all
feel
these.
it. I feel the cosmos.
You can feel the cosmos. This one feels, it's very like straight down, and then it curves a little bit. The shoulders are like this. The hips are like this. I think it could be, it might be just a little bit of problem with the hips, where I think they might need to go out like this a bit to feel more grounded.
Yeah.
Where they just kind of feel like they're going off to the side a little bit too much. And that could be making it feel floaty, because it doesn't feel like he's leaning this way, but he's not putting weight on his hip here.
Yeah.
I think that can be part of the problem. And I think also the hand position here, I think, feels a little flat as well, and same with here. So like, I think just the silhouette could be a little bit stronger, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think with like the head too, I see it a lot because like he kind of his chin disappears into
Yeah,
his
or
neck.
if it was like tilted to the side, and there's the little tongue.
He's got like a Zant look to him.
Because if it's more like something like this.
Powerful enemy. Yeah.
Like, yeah, but like better.
Yeah, better.
Or it's like this, and then you can do this little side eyes. Sorry for butchering your piece here. But like, you can get a bit of a stronger silhouette by maybe putting the hook out to the side, having his head turned so that his chin isn't like, it doesn't blend in with his neck as much. And you can
like this,
show
but better. This is amazing.
Yeah, just like to get a bit more of a dynamic pose with it, and you can bring that nice little hip out and stuff. Lem. But yeah.
This is me.
But yeah, just to get a bit more of like a stronger silhouette, which will add a bit more like dynamics to your work. But yeah, I think you got a strong foundation here. Moving on to the next one.
Very sad. I even like the little pocket floofs. Like they all add to the motion.
Yeah, this one feels like it's full of a lot of motion.
Yeah, like even like both of them have like kind of weird things going on with the proportions. But okay, this is gonna sound like a like backhanded compliment. I'm very sorry, but like
Oh no.
This kind of shows like you don't need perfect proportioning or perfect anatomy for like a piece to just feel really good and look really like pleasant on the eyes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
it doesn't have to be perfect.
like I feel bad, like
There you go. That's my backhanded compliment.
like I really don't like critiquing people on like, oh, the anatomy's wrong, because it feels like such a cop out answer when there's much more to like making a good piece.
Ursula in distress when bones.
Because like I don't have perfect anatomy on my work at all. So I hate critiquing people on it, but like, yeah, you really don't need to have perfect proportions and have everything look super realistic for it to look good. But yeah, the colors in this are real nice.
Good hues.
Good hues, very bright.
Still needs some value contrast. There you go. Take a shot.
Yeah. Take a shot every time we see it. Heighten the contrast.
Well, that's like I someone said like take a shot every time we say contrast, but like that's the first thing in art school is like
Yep.
you're gonna get tired of hearing this, but heighten the contrast and model the forms.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I didn't focus on anatomy on that. I just was in love with the sketch and was like, all right, I can think now. I can't think now, only draw.
Yeah.
That's fair. This one turned out really cute. There's lots of motion to it. You have good contrast in your colors, I find. You always pick like really nice hues that contrast off each other. So like the orange on his hair and his skin and like in his little rainbow, so nice against that big expansive blue, and it really makes him pop. Yeah, it just needs that value contrast added in. I like his expression. It's really cute. I like, you can tell the wind is flowing around with him, because like you can see like the flowers are caught in it, and his hair is being flown, and his little pocket wisps, and even like on his bracelets. I find like the little bit under his hat, if you maybe move that off to the side a little bit in the wind, that would be like just an extra little thing, but honestly it's really good on its own as it is.
Yeah, I think the only composition thing I could think of is like maybe play into the golden ratio a bit more with like the wind curve. Just give it, just to push it a little further, make it turn a little more like that, the whoosh thing, like
because like
the golden ratio is like that.
Yeah.
And if you got the wind to follow that, it would be really strong.
Totally. And if you moved him over a little bit and he was like right here, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Made the wind kind of follow this idea, because that would lead everything to just look at his cute little face.
Yeah. It's like really close to the golden ratio, that like.
Yeah.
Real close.
Because like, and I find the composition with this one really works, having like this big expanse over here.
Yeah.
More than the moon one, and I think it's just because you have that kind of motion, kind of bringing stuff toward him. Like there's a purpose to that negative space.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like with the moon, it just feels kind of empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's really cute.
All right, who are we moving on to next?
Oh wait, sorry, I didn't read the notes.
Oh, sorry.
Silas Farmayu, a point in time where he still had his arm. Someone didn't put on enough sunscreen. This picture makes me cry. Because I love him so much. You guys are so cute. Okay, so yeah, just looking for general critiques. Okay. Hex, do you have any questions for us?
Q&A time.
Yes. So if you're confused about anything, or if like
the swirly composition demon ritual. It works.
It works. It makes everything look good. It's a cheat. You can cheat art.
Art cheat codes, golden ratio. Alright.
Okay, Hex, if you have any questions for us, feel free to ask. If you're like, how dare you say this, let us know so we don't hurt y'all. We don't break your hearts.
Real art hacks. Quit art.
What if I made a video that was like easy art hacks, and it's just like the fundamentals of art?
What are you moving on to next? Who we doing next?
So we have PK, we have Ethapan, we have Ren.
Get
Mothcry.
PK.
PK? Okay.
Yeah.
PK's on the hot seat.
Hot PK.
Okay. So.
I have to take a pee.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Oh my god. Just get out. Don't come back.
Okay.
Okay, Hex
I'm okay.
says there's also a bit at the end of my general critique, like character consistency good. Yeah, I could definitely tell it was the same character throughout. You've got like very good, like, he's got a very distinct like facial structure, like with his nose and his chin and his eyes. I think you've got good. The one thing I'd say, like, I didn't quite realize it was Silas at first until I read the comments in the vampire one, but I think it's just because like his hair has changed, like the hairstyle, and you don't see like the bright red of his hair, which I like have started associating with him a lot. But knowing that it's him, like, he's got the bright face shape and the nose shape and stuff. So yeah, I think the character consistency is really good. I think you got that down. And yeah, 10 out of 10. If you did a comic with him or a story or whatever, I think I could definitely tell it's the same guy. No problem. Bones avoiding PK review. How dare. Would you rather have a large but tense fan base or a tight-knit community? Probably a tight-knit community. Like, I want you guys to have fun. I don't... like, we want we want you guys to be able to, like, find, like, creative partners through McKay and Gray and to, like, make stories and be friends and have fun. Like, I wouldn't want to have, like, millions of people watching, but they're all, like, they all hate each other and there's, like, fights all the time. I'd rather have, like, something very small and, like, everyone is friends. That would be a lot better, in my opinion. Well, you're doing good on that. Oh, good. I'm glad. I appreciate all you guys, because... oh my god, June, get out. Permaban.
I just on the slip spot.
Bones did something to the space right in front of our stairs where every time I walk by there, I slip.
Monica slips too.
The cat, like, Amalthea slipped. Like, everyone slipped, but we don't know what he did.
Oh, have we not started?
No, I haven't. I was waiting for you. I had to answer some questions for Hex.
Okay.
Okay, so PK. Get ready to get wrecked. No.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked,
what are we looking
PK.
at? Oh, we're
Okay.
looking at these little designs.
Yeah, so we're looking at the little...
Some sticker concepts.
Yes. So, not sure if I want it to be a sheet. Probably laid out similar to this, but not exactly. Or die cut, or both. Die cut meaning, like, for people who don't know, having, like, everything cut out and be separate.
Yeah.
I'm also debating a super clean cel shaded look or something closer to the actual comic, which has a texture brush and 10 billion filters.
I really like the silhouettes on these.
Yeah, they're really cute. I really like this little guy hugging his tail. That one's super cute. And I think it would make a nice little kind of like small heart-shaped sticker. Not small, but like round and compact, which I like. Bones that are slick and hostile. Same with the one where she's sitting in the little water tube. That one's super cute. They're all really cute.
Yeah, I like the other shark one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The zombie one's a little... There's something about the weighting to it that's a bit off.
Mm-hmm.
There's something with the line of motion that's not as strong.
I think so, like, with the other ones, yeah, you're right. The line of motion is really strong. Like, there's... Oh, sorry. Gotta get on the right layer. Okay, so there's, like, a really nice, like, line of motion here, and, like, here, and here. Whereas, like, I find with the zombie one, her weight kind of goes like this. Where I think it would be a little bit stronger if maybe, like, her back was arched more.
Yeah, it
and
feels very
maybe...
weighted to the one side.
Mm-hmm.
They're still cute.
Oh yeah, it's super cute. Yeah, and I like the little dancy one and the little winky shark. They're really cute. Yeah, overall, I think this would be a really cute sticker set.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you could even think about maybe putting in, like, little accents in between, like maybe seashells or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Goes quiet. I might push in the one guy's fin a bit more, like his tail fin.
For which one?
The top one. It just kind of...
Oh, so it's a little closer to his body?
Yeah.
So more like...
Just thinking about the negative space a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if it's going to be die cut, you should also kind of draw an outline of what it'll look like, just to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Because if it's die cut, it's probably going to have, like, at least a white border around it, because that'll be easier to cut out.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm drawing stickers or anything that needs, like, that, kind of surrounding bleed area.
Mermaids are fun promotion. They are. Agreed.
Yes. Yeah, I always make sure to draw in the die cut line, and then just to keep in mind how the silhouette will look.
It's cute though.
Yeah, super cute. I would buy these.
I wouldn't.
Cute
I
little
don't have
merms.
space.
I don't have space. As for the style, I don't know. Honestly, I would need to see kind of a test on it, because I think cel shading could work, and so could texture-y stuff.
Yeah. It's hard to just think of that from my head.
I usually use the CPS border effect thing. Oh, yeah, that's a good reference for what it'll look like. And I'd also just keep in mind, I guess if you're choosing between texture and cell shading, keep in mind how small these are going to be. Because if they're super small, you're probably going to lose the texture. Yeah. In which case I'd recommend cell shading. But if it's going to be kind of big, like a couple inches tall, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Are you printing them yourself or going with the place?
Oh, yeah.
Just a pro tip to print them at the size that they're going to get printed by the place, because sometimes stickers surprise you. And enamel pins, you're like, oh man, this Jupiter pen, 2 inches, that's good. And you're like, oh god, this is huge. No, 3 inches? That's, yeah. Oh my god,
like,
3
oh
inches.
No.
Oh god. God, this is a giant honking pen.
Yeah. Poor Jay.
Just my experience doing embroidery too.
Oh,
People are like, 2 inches. I'm like, I don't think you want 1.25 inches.
Not doing it myself. Yeah, so definitely check how they look. Just do it like a print test at home.
Sticker surprise.
Printer is broken right now. Oh no! Go to the library. I used to
go to the library.
They have printers.
Yeah, I know.
For free.
Or like 10 cents.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the first thing I noticed about this, I was like, her ice cream is dripping everywhere. Eat your ice cream.
You fool, eat your ice cream.
Critique done.
Critique done.
Okay, so you said this is just a general illustration. The character designs are really cute.
Yeah.
I'm in love with this fox person. I'm gonna smooch him. We're married now.
Sorry.
Sorry, Bones.
It's okay. I'd leave you too. For a dear boy. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Okay.
I like the colors.
Agreed.
Cute colors.
Like I like the pairing of the really cool green and the blues and purples.
And the cell shading's really nice.
Yeah, the cell shading is very clean. Everything feels very solid as well.
I also like the. Sorry, I'm just.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I like the speaking of like weight. I like how the weight is distributed on the green haired character. Just like you can feel it. There's definitely like a pull down because like there's that very straight arm and you can just feel
because you can feel like that they're actually touching like the other person's head. You can feel the weight of like the elbow here on their lap, and like you got this nice little like overlap here of the knee and like the skirt folding over. And so it like you can feel that like they're touching. They're not just like floating.
Yeah, and like there's like wonky bits, but again, it's just like there's so much else good.
Oh yeah.
Because like the legs, I don't know how they are attaching to the body. With the fox.
This one feels a little bit long. Because if you drew underneath it, it would be like, I'm guessing the hip would be.
They're both kind of long.
Yeah, but it would be like way out here. Or it might, more realistic, it might be a little in there. But it's pretty minor, honestly. Yeah. I didn't notice until Bones mentioned that, so.
And the feet, are those feet in the back? Or that's a tail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find it a little dark, especially in the green-haired character. I'm very lost in the blacks. Like, I love the feeling of the colors, but, like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, probably should note both are adopted. Credit Pajuxion DA for the species. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I think the contrast, and I don't think you necessarily have to change the colors. I think you just need to add some highlights to some of this, like the black areas. So for example, like her arm across her stomach, gets kind of lost, but if you added in maybe like a little highlight along the top here and make it a little bit lighter, that would really help kind of differentiate it from the tank top in the back. And same goes for like the black here on her hand, really blends in with the tail, and same with this little bat wing, which I didn't notice until I took a really close look at it. So I'd recommend like you can color the line art so it's light, you can add highlights on, whatever it is to kind of make it stand out a little bit, because it does kind of blend together back here.
Yeah, it's hard with an all black character.
Yeah.
I think another part where it could use, that could help, and in general, is like the composition's a bit like I feel like repositioning things a bit could help too, because right now it feels very like everything's on one side, and I got the focal point right there, and then it feels like everything else.
So like all the focus is like
right here, and then everything else kind of feels kind of lost. I don't know. I don't really understand like I don't know how to explain it, but it
does feel,
because I feel like if the fox was more positioned in the middle, there might be like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I get what you mean, because like everything is leading to like down here, to right here, because like they're looking down, their body's kind of like moving this way, etc. But like,
I don't think it's bad. I just think when I think of like I think of like the parts, and I think of like the parts of it are really nice, and I really like what it's all looking at. But then I think of like the whole composition, and it feels kind of lacking in that regard. Could just use like a stronger composition to it all, as far as illustrations go. It's really cute. Like
it's really cute.
Like these are like the real nitpicks.
Oh yeah.
But everyone can improve in different directions.
But overall, it's very cute. I really like the colors, like I said.
Yeah.
And yeah, everything feels really solid and like real.
Sorry, that question was already asked, but I didn't hear it. What?
Which question? Sorry. Oh, may I submit something?
It's too late for this month because we have so many.
Yeah.
But if you sign up for next month, you get to do extra. You get to submit more than everyone else.
Yep. Yeah. So if you want to sign up, you got to go through our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to wait and just have next month's one, it just starts in August. You can sign up whenever.
Yep.
Okay.
Pick
the knits.
Pick the knits.
Yeah, I just think if like you moved it into the center, you'd create, because like right now this illustration is just them. It's not really about the background. It's almost kind of like a sticker where I'm just like, where it's like if you brought everything to like focus around the middle and then spread outward. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to explain, Ursula? like if it was like a circle in the middle where like the thing was, and then everything goes outwards from there.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, there's more like that thing going on.
See, I think this particular composition, if you didn't change anything about these two, it would be brought together more if you had something over here.
Oh, that too, yeah.
So, like, whether it's like a background, like a bookshelf or something, and then there, or like a blanket for
Nothing
it.
really complete.
They're in a blanket for it.
Yeah.
Something like that, just so that when your eye goes over here, there's something to bring it back down to the focal point.
Yeah, you get me. You get me. Like, there's just gotta be something else there.
Whereas if you're gonna do an illustration where it's just characters,
then it has to be very self-contained.
Yes, it has to be very strong with just the characters. Like it for.
Alright, let's move to the next one.
Yeah. Overall, very good.
Comic cover that I might redo just to work on the composition.
So, right off the bat, super cute.
Super cute.
Super
I
cute.
like it. 10 out of 10.
I really like the colors. I like how you've done very saturated colors in the background, and they've been a little bit desaturated in the foreground. That adds as like really nice contrast between the two. I think I also really like the colors you've chosen, because like I really like how the warmth of the pink like really stands out against like all the blues and stuff, and
I think the toilet
needs
thing.
a
Yeah.
okay.
You know the thing.
Sorry, in our house, our toilet sometimes will keep filling
Endlessly
forever, so we'll just to go fix that. But I think the colors are really cohesive. I like kind of the warmth of this character's skin and how it matches like the hair, and I can tell that the hair is like similar kind of color. Yeah. Ooh. I think Bones just tripped. But yeah. But I can tell that like the brown is like just like a darker value of the pink, and same with the skin there, and yeah, it's just very strong, very good color choices there. I think you also have pretty good contrast in here too. I think it gets a little bit lost right here with this character, where I think they blend in a lot with this rock here, because it's the similar color, but this is just like a tad darker. So I think the rock either needs to get darkened a lot more, so it's kind of almost black, or it needs to be lightened and add some more highlights, or maybe it needs a different color just to differentiate from this character's color scheme. And I find that they're also similar to the water right behind them, where I think the water honestly could be brightened up a bit, so it's a bit more close to like up in here. I mean, obviously you want to differentiate it from the sky, but I think it's just a little too close to this palette right here. Whereas she like contrasts really well with it, because she's got the pink against the blue here and stuff.
Contrast.
Oh, Bones got more maple candy.
No.
We totally weren't binging on maple candy earlier.
What are we talking about? What contrasts with what?
Just talking about the colors, how this character kind of blends in with the color of the rock and the water. Yeah. So I think just like some slight either value shifts or maybe some color shifts on the rock or something. And I also think composition-wise, I think this is a strong composition, but I think it's cropped in too close. I think it needs a little bit of breathing room around this.
Give love to your typography, too.
Yeah.
It feels like an unwanted child at the bottom of the piece.
Yes. It
also blends in really hard.
Yeah, it needs to be brightened up if it's going to be down here, so it's more like I'd brighten it way up to like somewhere up here. If it's gonna be down here, or make it even like more white, but that pops a lot more. I would also recommend if you add some more kind of breathing room around the edges of this composition. I think honestly you can put the title up here. Like just throw it up here. Sorry. And then you could maybe put like the credits down here, so your name or anyone you're working with. Or the issue number or volume number or whatever.
Because it feels in kind of like a space where you're not supposed to look.
Yeah, totally. Whereas like down here can be focusing on the characters or like some little small text.
That scribble, wow.
True Canadian. But yeah. Macro. But yeah. Overall, I think it's really good. I think it just needs a bit more breathing room and move the typography around a little bit. But yeah. Oh, I think it's really cute. Like, I love the character expressions, and I really love the colors, and there's a good sense of, like, movement in, like, her hair and her clothes.
It's a hard title to work with, because it's, like, one line and it's long.
Yes. We're having...
Oh, know the struggle.
Because, like, I love the magpie, because you can stack them, and it's, like, a relatively short word. But I hate
and it's got, like, a nice pyramid, too.
You know what I hate?
The Scourge of 9 Point.
Yes, because 9 Point is the longest word in the English language.
It's not even a real word.
It's the longest made-up word in the English language. Ugh. But anyways, very good work, PK. I like where you're going with stuff. Do you have any questions for us that we didn't cover?
Comments, concerns. Our
Concerns?
toilet's off now.
Yeah.
I slipped on the thing. Did you hear me?
Yeah, we heard bang. Ow!
I was like slipping on my socks and went slip, 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 slip. It was very
God.
cartoon.
Oh no. But yeah, PK, let us know if you have any objections or questions.
Hold it. Overruled.
Overruled. Take that. Okay, so let's move on to Ace of Pan.
R.I.P. Bones. I tripped Bones. Used my slippery floor. Covered it in oil.
Yeah, just banana peels everywhere.
British oil.
British oil. Okay, so, Pan, are you ready?
Who ready?
Bones and Ursula, do you review comic pages?
Yep.
On your Patreon? Yep.
Yep.
I think we have a few.
Review anything. We have to set up an actual like description of all the things we review.
Yeah.
But we will review pages. Like, if you want us to review a composition, we'll do it like one page at a time. If you want us to like review like a chapter of pages, we can like talk about like the general look of it. We'll do scripts. We do all of it.
We do all of it.
Yeah.
The only thing is if it's something bigger, like a script or like a pitch package or something.
Or a whole bunch of pages.
Yeah, we just need more time to look at it. So just if you submit it a few weeks early, please.
Yeah.
Whereas,
it's usually
like,
a week early.
Yeah.
We're fine.
But if it's just like a one-off illustration or even like a single comic page, then you can throw it in at the last minute.
Slide it in.
So
Anything we have to read, it has to
Yes. Yeah.
Anyways, let's get the Ace of Pan.
Okay, PK has a question.
Oh, sorry.
Would it be smarter to try and edit the current artwork or just redraw it? For the cover, I think, honestly, you don't need to redraw it. I think you can just expand it.
Yeah,
because it's
expand outward.
It's a good composition, honestly. I think you could just bring it out like this. And you're good. And then just put the title up here. And put like the little mermaid tail in. Sorry, I'm gonna stop being prescriptive. But honestly, I don't think you need to redraw this. It's really cute and really solid.
Yeah, give more space for your title. Or, at the very least, just brighten up your title and you'll be good.
Yeah, that's true. You can even just brighten up the contrast a little bit.
Heighten the contrast.
Take a drink.
Oh,
Contrast.
Speaking of contrast, this is very nice.
Yeah. Okay. So the note says, okay, so I'm planning on
Getting
making...
a lot better with your value contrast, just saying.
Hell yeah.
Ace of Pan. Sorry. Okay.
Planning to make a bunch of tiny comics of myths about the characters in my bigger comic that won't happen for a while. This is the main character in my first mini comic I'm making. Her name is Universe, and her comic is about her creating everything. The working title of the whole project is The Vast Everything. She doesn't really look like this until the very end of her mini comic. I don't have anything too specific I want critiqued, just whatever you see fit. Okay.
It's all coming together a lot better, too.
Yeah. Like, yeah, the contrast is really nice between... Like, you've done this really well in, like, previous character designs and pieces, but I really like how you differentiate different pieces of the character with different colors and different values. So, like, the dark in her hair, and then the lightness of the skin, like, the really bright, like, light pinks of the skin, and then the dark blue on the dress, and then, again, like, it's all broken up so that nothing is really overlapping and hard to read, which is really nice. The color scheme's really solid. I like kind of the desaturated blues, and then the really bright reds and pinks. That's really cute. She's really cute.
Sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a little disconnect between, like, her head and her body. Like, I like the red star to bring, like, her face in. I feel like I don't know. I like it. I like it.
I think the problem that you might be seeing
Yeah.
is I think her hair pieces. Like, I know it's like, it looks like it's meant to be like a galaxy swirl
Yeah.
type thing. But at the edges of it are very sharp and pointed, and same with like her hairline is very
I like
sharp.
that. It kind of gives like an otherworldliness. But I get what you're saying. Like, maybe that's the disconnect.
It doesn't carry
I feel
through
like
to the
maybe
rest.
if you made the hair longer and take up more could also help. Where it would just like it would have more chance to bleed over into the rest of her design. Or is it a her?
Yeah.
Are they a her? Okay. The rest of her design, like, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because then when you're, I don't know, it would just like feel more university. It feels very like contained, which I could see. It also might be like the pasteliness of the planets, but I don't hate it. I don't. It's just something.
Does she always have the planets floating around, or is this just kind of like
Final form.
yeah.
It'd be interesting to see like both forms too.
Yeah, to see how it changes.
Unicorn. Maybe sharpening the outfit. Yeah, maybe.
Or even, like, maybe not the whole outfit.
Just like some aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that the blue does pull into the galaxy thing.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe give her galaxy shoes too.
Oh,
Like Sailor
hey.
Moon. Like maybe that would bring the top close to the bottom. Like it'd just be nice to see like the galaxy pattern somewhere else too. Oh man, I'm just imagining it with like galaxy shoes. That would like it's so cool. Just saying.
I can also see when you meant by like making the hair bigger.
Just something to bring the bottom and top together.
Yeah.
A little more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
That'd be cute.
if
yeah,
you
galaxy shoes.
if you blocked off her head, yeah, it would look like a different character than if you just showed her head. Okay, I see what you mean.
Andy, please don't be doing the triggering things in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Take it to DMs with your lovely friends.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying? Yeah.
Yeah, overall, this is a really strong design. I find I'm looking at the expressions you have here. I think it's just this particular expression here. Sorry, let me get on the right layer. Darn Photoshop. This one here. I think it could be pushed a little bit more. And I think it's just... It doesn't look like her eyes are getting wider for, like, a surprised expression. Because, like, I like this one where she looks kind of, like, smiley and kind of, like, very sweet. Like, it looks like maybe, like, a thankful smile or, like, an embarrassed smile. Like, I get a lot out of it here. And it does even look like her eyes kind of, like, close a little bit, like droop a little bit or whatever. Whereas here, she's looking surprised. Her eyebrows are pulling up, but it doesn't look like her eye is being pulled up at all. So it feels a little off to me. Expressions are something I need to push harder. Yeah, because like this one's really close. Like I get like the expression from her mouth and her eyebrows. I think just the eyes need to be maybe widened, or maybe her irises need to be shrunk a little bit.
Also, the value in the mouth makes it kind of hard to read.
Yeah, we might need to darken it a little bit in her mouth. Value. But honestly, it's a good place to start from. It just needs to be pushed like 10% more.
Yeah, work on those expressions.
Yeah.
I really like it. That's why it's hard to like come up with issues.
I feel like we're nitpicking.
Yeah.
Because overall, I really like it.
Yeah, bring some more of the galaxy in. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, work on the expressions.
I also like kind of the circusy look, because I know, is this for your comic that had like
Yeah, it's like not AU, but it's mini stories.
Yeah. But I really like how she feels kind of like circusy with like the bow tie and like the striped socks and stuff and like the face paint, and it just like nice cohesion, good style.
Okay, the next one. Can you move on?
Yeah.
Unless you need any more help on that one. The next one is the same character, but drawn the way she looks before the majority of her mini comic. Okay. The creature that makes up the background is called the Nothing. Is it Magpie? That's Magpie's nickname. Magpie's BFF from another universe.
Oh my god.
The basic and basically represents what there was before the universe. Magpie's not that special.
No.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Okay. I'll stop talking about my own stuff. Again, I don't really have anything too specific to ask. Okay. So this is interesting.
So I really like this image. I get a really good character read from both of them, where it feels very like parental or maternal.
And also something. Creepy.
And a little bit creepy.
Yeah. Like that the hands almost look like teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, they look like cute little cat paws.
Yes! I love it so much. Because, like, yeah, I love how you get this very ethereal sense from the Nothing. Like, I mean, for one, like, it looks like their whole body is taking up this, and they're kind of, like, there and not there. But, like, I do like how there's an arm underneath and over top. It's like, how many arms do you have? It's so good.
Give her moon shoes.
Moon shoes.
Like her hair. They'd be so cute. Bring it all together. Because, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the white.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Had some little more balance to it.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it.
Yeah, I get
I really like the yellow. It really pops.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good pop.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think the white in her hair needs to be brought into the rest of her design, similar to how, like, the galaxy hair needed to be brought down into the rest of her design.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this feels really strong.
Totally.
Like, the color language is really nice. Like, I like how she goes from, like, the orange to the red.
There's some small things about the composition, but nothing, like, too big. Like, there's just, like, mini micro-level composition problems.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the one eye is kind of far, and the other eye is kind of competing with the head a bit.
I think that's my only problem is that it's competing here. Where, like, it looks like the edge of her head and, like, the curve of the pupil are, like, just about to touch, and it's a little distracting.
Yeah.
Where I think if the eye was maybe moved over this way a little bit, it would be a little less distracting.
Yeah. And the other eye feels kind of in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are nice things about the composition. Like, I like how there's so much, like, leading you around.
Mm-hmm.
I think over here you need something to bring it back down here. I mean, I guess the eye does kind of point you this way.
Yeah, I feel like if the eyes were just moved somewhere, like, they just don't quite direct it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just some elements. And there's, like, an element of depth kind of missing. I don't know if that makes sense. Because when I'm looking at it, like, I know, like, my brain is like, yes, there's a background, there's a foreground, and there's a midground, but when I look at it, it's very flat. And that can be, like, a style choice, but it also just, like, she feels very, like, sculpted.
Yeah.
And then the Nothing, like, doesn't need to be sculpted or anything, but there's just something about it where it's just very flat.
Yeah. There needs to be some kind of implied volume.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard, because I feel like, because I like this effect where it looks like it's, like, when the paw is in front of her, it feels like it's just been kind of cut out.
Yeah, I like that, but there's just some sort of volume lacking.
Yeah, I wonder...
I think it's just the size, maybe. Like, because everything feels very similar in size, like, with the eyes.
True.
If there was more of a if the eyes were smaller and pulled back, it would give the illusion of distance while remaining kind of flat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you could also play around with the angle of things. Because if she was from...
lighted gradients, the arms would be better.
Because if she's from below, you can kind of show, like, the paw, like, wrapping around under her. or from above and stuff. Like, just maybe using some more dynamic camera work can add volume without having to shade things.
Yeah, I could see that. Because I don't think you need to shade things. Because I think it is a strong, like, stylistic choice to, like, not add shading. Because it adds that nothing vibe that you're going for.
Totally.
And it makes it feel very otherworldly. But yeah, like Ursula's saying, like, maybe playing with camera angles and playing with, like, distance without altering the black would give you some ideas there. I don't know. Hope that helps.
Yeah.
How do I submit art to be critiqued? Is there any requirements? It was simple. Oh yeah, it's $8 Patreon tier.
Yep. And then if you join today, you'll be put into the
next month, but you'll have extra.
Yep.
Extra credits. All right. Is that everything from Ace of Pan?
There's one more.
One more.
Okay, so this is the last drawing I'm going to submit this month. This character is Pavo or Pavo. He's from the same universe as Universe. I see what you did there. But he won't be in the first mini comic. He's based off a peacock. He was mostly...
Hey, sorry, but would you say that last image we saw was a alternate universe?
Oh, stop! No! Oh my god.
Seriously, stop.
Andy.
Oh.
Oh my lord. Bones is banned for real. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? I lost track.
We're looking at Pavo.
Oh, right. Mostly expression practice, but at least the face on the left was. Oh, okay. So getting some critique on that would be nice, and any other general stuff you notice needs critiquing. Okay. So
strong color palette as usual.
As always.
Very much enjoy.
So nice. Yes, I love the way the gold pops on everything. And
the gold contrast with the blue. The warm and kind of coolness.
Yeah, your colors are so strong, Ace. 10 out of 10.
It needs a little more contrast in like the forms. Kind of like highlights is missing in like the hair has nice highlights, but the skin needs a bit more highlight to it because like in the other one it's hard to read the mouth.
Right.
Like, you can read it with the teeth, but, like, the nose and mouth are very similar in value to the rest of the face.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think either, like, maybe the lips need to be darkened, or you just need to add in some highlights along, like, the bridge of the nose and, like, kind of the T section. Maybe it's more like an eye section of the face. So that you can just kind of read, like, the cheeks and the nose more.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe, like...
Ugh. What's going on? Something about
testing
contrast. Testing. Oh, no. Heat. I like learning from the stream. Thank you. It's a very enjoyable stream. Yeah. I learn a lot. You can learn a lot by helping critique people too.
Totally.
I'm trying to get away from using one color to shade. No highlights other than the hair.
I see. Okay, so you're trying to do just like 2 colors. That's fair. In that case, you might just want to do darker line work on the mouth and nose.
Yeah.
Because you have it on the eyes. I think you could get away with it, like, just maybe, like, one little line under the nose and maybe, like, maybe not the lips, but, like, kind of like where the mouth parts. Oops.
One way to do lips different is just add, like, a different lip color, too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. A darker lip color, even.
But, yeah. I understand, though, because you want to, like, make it faster when you're working on the comic.
Yeah, but just something more readable would help.
Yeah, whether it's lightening or darkening.
Yeah. I
as
can
for
darken the shading on the lips. Yeah, that would help.
I love the little light freckles. I think that's so cute. It really makes the cheeks stand out.
Yeah.
As for the expression,
You gotta break them a bit more.
yeah.
You might do better to study Jaws. The movie. No. Like, I don't know if you've drawn skulls before. But looking at the muscle structure, you know who has a great tutorial on that is Lackadaisy Cats. They have a really good expressions breakdown
Okay.
of just how lips move because they're really hard.
Yeah.
But like understanding that the skull is in two pieces is surprisingly hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Drawing furries really helped you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had very kind of like flat faces for my characters until I like had to learn how to draw animals where their jaws like are crazy different. And you can't really get away with making it flat because they have the snoots.
I mean, you can, but...
You can, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think... Yeah, it's a good start.
Studying your own face. Yeah, you have a face. It's nice.
Totally.
Just break your expressions. Like, do really extreme expressions because that helps you with the subtle ones, too. And it'll look ugly when you first draw them.
Oh, totally. But it'll get better the more you practice.
Yeah, it'll help you push things more.
Because, like... Yeah, because it's a good start here. Because I like how, like, you've made...
the of the face is tricky for me. Yeah.
It's hard. I struggle with it, too.
You keep going. I'm gonna try to find that resource.
Okay. Yeah, because I like what you've done here. Like, I like how you've made, like, his eye, like, come up at the bottom. Because, like, if you're pulling this muscle here, then, like, your cheek's gonna go up. But I think, yeah, you need to, like, push the eyebrow down more and, like, really squish it. And, like, pushing your lip up like this also crinkles the nose. So, like, you might want to incorporate that somehow. And, like, sorry, I'm making the expression myself, which really helps kind of figure out, like, what's going on.
Because when you make it yourself, you can feel what muscles are being active.
Yeah, because it's, like, your nose crinkles, like, here, and, like, your kind of jaw pulls down here, and it gets pushed up here.
Here's the resource. It's very good. This one.
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. It's very, very good to go over.
It's so cute, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, go give that a read. I can give a much more in-depth. Yeah, more smoosh. You gotta, like, smush and pull your character's faces
Squash
more.
and stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's, like, the mass stays the same, but the... Yeah, like...
Because your jaw...
The volume remains the same. Like, there's the
Yeah.
same amount of stuff. It's just pushed and pulled. Yeah.
Yep, totally.
Squash and stretch. It's an animation principle there.
God, I'm late. Busy catching up. BRB. Okay, hey V, we've talked about your script at the beginning, so you'll have to go back and watch that later. I'm sorry. But we haven't looked at your character designs yet, so we can do that. Oh, I've seen pictures from that tutorial. It's so good.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of tutorials there, and they're all really good. Alright.
Okay,
Is that all?
Are there any questions that you have, Ace?
Comments, concerns?
Concerns, objections, heartfelt, heart talks?
Kittens. Do you have any kittens to show us?
Meow meow.
So we have Moth Cry, V, and two others. Yellow Iris Cosplay, and... Ren. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's do V's, because V is here now.
Okay.
V, are you here?
VV.
V. V.
V. The most controversial way to study Jaws.
Stop.
That's more like an internal study. Oh, thanks for the spooper chat.
Aw, thanks, Sunstar. You sweet. My one kitten is watching this stream. Oh, Fifi! Ooh. Come around.
Okay.
Oh, now the sound goes off.
Now the sound.
Thanks, computer. I have the free with premium.
Gotta use them.
Oh. Well, thanks for giving them to us.
Alright, let's go on to V's work.
Okay, V. I hope you're here. Okay, so.
Hope V'ly.
Oh, okay, Bones. You need to tone it down with these puns.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
so. Submitting my boys finally for their designs for the two main characters submitted in the script. I should probably mention what I want looked at. Main outfit stuff. I know the anatomy is a bit wonk. I'd like to know what you think about their outfits. Okay. Okay, so we have Dario, who's the main character from the script we read.
Yeah.
And we have Skylar, who was the dance instructor for Elle.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so right off the bat, from what I read in the script, because I read it before I looked at these designs, I did not think Skylar looked like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I imagined him a lot more like straight-laced, like looking like Dario, and I imagined Dario more looking like Skylar. But I think that's a fine contrast. I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. That's just a personal opinion, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so looking at their outfits. Okay, so Dario's... Oh,
Contrast.
It's Dario. Yes,
Yeah.
contrast. Her
Sorry.
shaved undercut, has a thin hoodie, and is wearing leggings. Okay.
I like with Dario, there's definitely some through lines.
Yes.
Like with the green on, like, the green banding on the shirt and on the capris.
Mm-hmm.
Or shorts. Sorry. What's that word?
I do also like, there's also kind of like an implied line with like the...
Yeah, the hair.
The hair, where it's
Yeah,
like
it's
this
very
little
subtle, but
band
it's more
here.
like a naturalistic look to it.
Yeah, but you can still feel it because you see like line,
Totally.
line,
Mhm.
which is really nice. I also like Dario's color palette. It feels pretty cohesive with the blue and the green.
Yeah.
And then everything else is kind of neutrals, which is nice. I think the contrast could be pushed, especially with... Like, I think the darks could be darkened, for sure. So, like, the gray on the leggings could be made a bit darker so that it contrasts better against, like, the white and the pale skin. And the... Like, I like the brightness of the hoodie. I think that really, like, stands out and really pops, and it helps the green pop a lot. But
Pop,
just
pop.
the dark parts need to be darker, because right now it feels a little mid-tony. Yeah, I like the boxiness throughout his design. It's a good little through line where you see it, like, he's got kind of like a boxy collar and like a box on his shirt and like bands and stuff. They're also kind of boxy.
Yeah. I like Skylar has a sort of like a natural color to him.
Yeah.
There's definitely like something there, and then there's a bit of pairing with the jacket and the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Boots.
Beats.
Boots.
I like the color contrast between them, where Skylar's like his main color is definitely like black or gray, but like he's got the orange and the red, which contrasts with Dario's blue and green,
Mm-hmm.
which is real nice, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all the little punk touches on Skylar, like the ripped jeans and like his little nose ring and his earring.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm squeaking.
Squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move into critiques. Uh, so you think there needs to be a more shape language kind of in the bodies?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now they feel very much like the same body
Yeah.
and sort of the same facial structure. Like they have the very round heads
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. Sorry. You were just thinking.
I kind of agree because like they look like they have the same body type, but it might help to differentiate them a little bit. So like I don't take this, take it however you want, but like what direction you want it to go. But if like say Dario is supposed to be like super skinny and slender or something, so like you might want to push that more. And if Skylar's maybe like more muscular, you can like push that he's muscular. Like I don't think those are the directions you want to go, but like whatever it is, whoever their shapes just need to be pushed more. Like Dario, it looks like he's got lots of boxes in his design. Maybe bring that into his body shape. Like his jaw could be boxy, or his torso could be more boxy. Whereas Skylar, like it looks like there's kind of triangles and like long straight lines in his design, where you could push that more, and maybe that could make him look more slender if that's where you wanted to go with it.
I think not in character design issue, but I think you need to pace. You should work on making your lines a solid stroke. Like you got it somewhere in like the creases where it goes, but like if you look like along it, it looks like you do like multiple little lines to form your lines.
Yeah.
Which is just not good for your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Ursula probably can explain what I'm talking about better.
Yeah, so
Me
like
every time I say anything.
Yeah, so like if you do a line that's like, for heckin's sake, where is it?
Support my egg dreams.
So if you do a line that's like made up of lots of little lines like this, it can feel very stiff. And it's bad for your wrist because you're doing lots of tiny little wrist movements. Whereas if you do like a big line where you use like your whole arm, it's going to look a lot smoother. It's going to take kind of the stiffness out of your lines, and it's better for your body.
Yeah.
Ergonomically. So I'd recommend trying to utilize that more because it's been done here like in the creases on like his shirt and stuff. Like if you just bring that more into like the more major lines, I think it'll.
Yeah, because if you're going to be doing a comic, you don't want to be making lines like those.
Yeah.
Because if you want kind of that texture, you can use a textured brush or something. But, like, you want to start moving, like, doing one movement for each of these lines.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of undo. Just do it so they're perfect.
Exactly.
Rather than trying to find the line. If that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, overall, I think these characters, like, their outfits say a lot about their personalities.
Yeah. I'm surprised with Dario because based on, like, what I've read, he just feels very insecure.
Mm-hmm.
And this character doesn't look as insecure.
Mm.
Yeah. They're just, like, something you could... I don't know, like, it just needs to match up a bit more, I think.
Yeah, because, like, choices we've made for, like, an insecure character in our work is, like, Marble, where he's very shy, so he has, like, a big hood he hides in.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of, like, he can duck his little chin in, or he can pull it up.
Yeah, because even if it's just because, like, I know he's confident in some situations and then nervous in others, where just, like, something, like, I guess he has, like, a hoodie that he can, like, move in, but, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that to switch between his confident state and his more insecure state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, very good, solid foundation.
Marble.
Same Marble.
A big mood.
Oh, for real.
For real.
But yeah, V, I don't know if you're still there, but...
V has disappeared into the void.
V got taken by the nothing. Is swoodled in cat hugs
I wonder
right
if
now.
V's looking back at what we said earlier.
Oh, possibly.
That's
Oh,
why I was
sorry,
gonna put
V.
them off for a while. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh no. Okay. Well, it's all recorded for them.
Okay.
Okay. So V, if you hear this, let us know if you have questions.
V has left the chat.
Okay. So what
V
should
was
we?
consumed by the nothing.
No.
Do you wanna look? Who's here? Mothcry or
So-
the other one? I don't think the other person is here.
No. Is Mothcry here?
I don't know if Mothcry's here. I don't even know who the other person is in.
So we also have Yellow Iris Cosplay and Ren and Mothcry. Oh, Mothcry's
is
here.
here.
Okay, let's look at your stuff then.
Let's look at some Mothcry.
Mothcry. Okay. I'm gonna send in one piece I'd like style/rendering advice along with overall critique. I feel like it lacks polish, and I know a lot of comics get away with bad and not just stylized perspective or anatomy and still look great/professional. I want to know if there's anything I can fix/change to make it look better while I work to improve my drawing fundamentals.
So style and rendering?
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about those two as like your biggest worry. Like, okay, sorry. Especially rendering. I really wouldn't worry about rendering early on.
I think the most important thing to focus on early on is composition.
Yeah.
So you can get away with a lot if you have good composition.
Totally. That's the ultimate comic hack is good composition.
Yes, because if it's really easy to read through your comic, because your compositions are leading the reader's eye around to whatever the heck you want them to look at, that is like all you need to get someone to read your comic.
Comics are a lot like video games like that.
Yeah.
Where like you open your first page of your comic or you start a game and the graphics are really good, but eventually you're just paying attention to like the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
Like you can play old games, but as long as they feel good and are just like aesthetically all like they don't hurt your eyes, you're good.
Yeah.
Like
as long as you're not confused.
Comics are a lot like that. Whereas you can have a beautiful comic that is just horribly compositioned or a beautiful game that's like impossible to maneuver, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Gotta work on a mechanical level, I guess. So I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Begin there, Sue.
Begin. Okay. So, I think the first thing I noticed was I didn't realize that this was 2 panels.
Yeah.
When I first looked at it. Like, I assumed that this up here was the part of the reflection in the mirror. And I think part of it is just that the panels are very close together.
I also don't know what you're trying to imply with the very first panel. I'm really sorry. For positives, I like all the character rendering. Honestly, I think you're fine in that regard, and I like the leaning and the expression. I'm just really confused about what is going on, because I think you don't need to clutter it with that very first panel.
Establishing shot, it's a setting change. Okay. See, I think you can cut that first panel and it still can be understood that they're in a new setting.
Yeah, it depends on what preceded it.
Yeah, true.
Because if you let it be open, it's very obvious, like, where they are. Like I get that I don't really have the context of everything.
Yeah, true.
I'm not quite sure where the middle what happens between the very middle panel with all the black goo and the next panel. Like, I don't know if that's, like,
I think
happening or...
Okay, I think the problem I'm running into with, like, understanding the action is the camera So,
Yeah.
like, this establishing shot, like, yeah, it shows they're in the bathroom, but it doesn't show where they are in the bathroom compared to, like, the rest of everything. Like, these shots are very tight in on your characters, and I don't get a sense of, like, how big is this bathroom? Like, are they standing at the middle sink? Are they right beside the door? Oh, where did this door show up? I haven't seen it before. Where, like, I think if you like, I think you could keep this establishing shot, but if you pull it way back so you see kind of like where the doorway is and where this green haired character is standing, in comparison to like the rest of the setting, I think that'll help a lot with kind of understanding all this. Because I think you could keep, as long as you set up what this whole room looks like, you can keep how you have these panels all set up. Because compositionally, these look great.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't understand where we are because I haven't seen all of it.
The same sort of thing happens with the last two panels, where this fella, this folk, comes in and is like, "Hello?" question, and they don't change between these two panels. Like, I don't know what the first panel of him entering adds, or them entering adds to this,
Mm,
because they don't really move in position, and they don't change in expression either.
I see.
Where, and I feel like something is important where they first enter the page, but I don't know what they're reacting to. I don't know if they saw all of this that happened, or they entered later. Like, I don't understand the time skip between these events, because then it goes down to here and they're leaning against this thing and it's all gone. And if this is something like either not happening or something out of the, I don't know, just sort of magical and to a side, it needs to be differentiated in in some way, like either a paneling way, or you need to break these up somehow. But I don't understand how the action happens between the last three panels. Like, I don't understand where everything is happening.
Yeah, because I think it kind of muddles. It feels a little muddled about what is going on. Because it is like, did they the blonde haired character, like, did they see part of this and then they're doing this kind of lean pose, like covering up what they're doing, or did they not see anything? And then in that case, you could probably compress this into one panel where you just see the blonde haired character standing in the doorway and they have this little exchange. You can cut the first panel entirely.
Yeah, you definitely need to pull out, like, establishing shots are really nice for just showing what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, where everyone is in the blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have, like, lots of really good leading lines. Like, even if it's happening isn't exactly real, the goop. Okay, that's sort of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I think you need to establish that in some sort of way, like maybe some sort of drastic color shift, and some sort of like if the characters don't realize it's happened, or like it didn't actually happen, like I don't know like what it is, but like you could have these two panels where the goop is coming out, and maybe you give them like a red tint, or you make the panels kind of weird in shape, something that really just says this is weird, like shouting it from the rooftops, so this is a weird occurrence.
Yes.
And then when we flash to the next panels, it's a lot more clear, where it's just like, oh, this is a normal day, and we're like, then it feels a lot more intentional, because right now it just feels like this is part of the normal everyday thing that we're supposed to be noticing, and then we move to like a normal part. Yeah. His eyes are glowing. It's been establishing when he does his illusions. Okay. Yeah, I just push it even further in how you form your panels, and like maybe like just some sort of color decision or choice. Like, I understand what you mean. It just, readers are dumb. Oh, if it's his glowing eyes, like maybe you could add more of a glow to the gutters of the panels.
Okay.
Like, just something. to pull it all together.
Hmm.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's all cool.
Yeah. Like, I really like this setup where it's
Yeah.
like smash cut and it's like it's all gone. It's like, what?
And I love how you've
Yeah.
like rendered all your characters. Like, they look
Yeah.
really good.
Like, compositionally, I think everything is strong. Like, this has good flow. I think it's cropped in too small, which feels kind of claustrophobic, but like you've got like good lines kind of pointing you down, and then like you look at this character, you see the glowing eyes, you look down at the goop, you're like, what the heck? Then
Yeah.
you get like led down here, and then you're pointed over here, and then this character points you here, and you go like here. Like, that's just all great. Your composition is good. I think you just need to pull out more and let things breathe a bit.
Oh, look more at the eyes. Yeah, that could too. Just something that just, I don't know. Like, one thing I learned when working on Pretty Mouth is that readers really need their hands held a little bit more than you like expect them to. Cuz like if you look into like film and framing shots like that, it's surprisingly over it's surprisingly really hand-holdy and you don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very intentional what you show. Like, if you were to like start the scene with just the glowing eyes and then moving to the goop, yeah, you just got to think about what information you're telling with each shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is also hard.
it's really hard.
It's hard with magical elements
Totally.
because it can
We
be.
had the whole flashback scene in Pretty Mouth where no one realized it was a flashback.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I'm just speaking from my own experience that
Totally.
I'm confused, and I think a lot of people can get confused with that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
you have to
Is
be
there
really clear about things.
Secret hand holding. Yeah.
Totally.
It's like symbolism. Symbolism is like the most over the top, beating your head over with it kind of thing. So, like,
Totally.
yeah. It's hard. I think making comic compositions is one of the hardest things to do. So, you're doing your best.
You're doing really good,
Yeah.
honestly. I think the only thing you really need to add is just like making sure you hang a lantern on all the magical things
Yeah.
so that we know that they're real, or even just whatever you need to tell so that we know that it's not real. I don't know. And then you need to kind of pull out because everything is really cropped really close.
Yeah. You have to overthink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is always like I repeat things over and over again until it's like people are like, okay, that's too much, and then you take it back like one peg.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. Is there anything else like you need help with on this? Any questions?
I think your colors are nice. I think
some of the values are a little dark.
Yeah, I think it could use a bit more highlight. It definitely feels better once you're out of the illusion part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this final panel feels like really nice, and like there's good highlights and there's good shadows in it. And it feels like the mood really works for like, it's like, oh, it's all normal. Whereas like I think with the like illusion and all the dark goop, I think it needs to be pushed a little more.
Yeah.
And maybe the colors need to be like a little more extreme.
Yeah, it's sort of like with 9 Point. It's like when
Yeah.
we're dealing with magical elements, we go to a place that we never like. You basically write a list of things that don't happen within your comic, like using actual black or using neons.
Yeah.
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 And then it just becomes a really quick signifier of that.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, this is really good. Like, I think your rendering is really nice. You've got really good forms. And especially, like, all the detail you've put into the backgrounds. Like, this is really nice. This is way better.
I love the
detail
shot
than
of
I
the
do.
back of their head.
Yeah, it's so... You match it up to the mirror really nicely.
Yeah. That line, really good.
Yes.
Strong line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. But yeah, it's really good. And you
I would
matched
love
up
to see
here.
their reaction in the mirror. Like, I feel like that's even, like...
Mm-hmm.
Like, the goop panel, if you pulled in back again, or, like, pulled in closer, because close shots are disorienting in, like, a nice way.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing their reaction to it, or, like, just, like, their, like, still face, or whatever it is.
Because you have a lot to work with using a mirror.
Yeah.
Because you can show both their face from the front and also the reflection of what's going on behind them in the mirror. So there's a lot to play with here.
Lean in.
lean in. But yeah, let us know if you have any questions, Mothcry, or objections or concerns.
Yeah. I still need some water. I keep drinking water. That's why I keep leaving to go to the washroom.
Tiny Bladder McKay.
Tiny Bladder McKay. Yeah, it's him. That is he.
The dogs are passed out.
Aww.
Speedo's in the bean bag.
Thanks for stopping by.
My friend.
I love watching the chill critiques. I learned so much.
Aw, that's good.
Do we have like 2 more? I appreciate the help a lot. No
Okay.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we work on?
We have 2 more. So we have Ren. We don't know if they are here. And we have Yellow Iris Cosplay.
Are they here?
I don't know. Are you here,
Any
Ren
of you?
or Yellow Iris?
I have to go to the washroom.
Okay, I'll chit chat until you come back. Oh, this is gonna be a long stream. We're almost at 4.
Oh.
We still got 2 to go.
I figured. If we start getting more, we'll have to do more than one stream.
Yep. Ren is here. Okay, Ren is here. Okay, so we'll do yours next once Bones comes back from the bathroom. Woo. Okay, so Manika has gotten up. She looks confused. She is woo woo. Manika. Manika. Hello. Hello, baby. You're not gonna bark for the stream? No, you're just here for screechies. Can you hear the puppy mlems? Manika, can you get a mlem? Madoka! Doggo! Oh, here comes Fido. This is Mlems. Mlem. Oh. So much uwu. Uwu. Okay, Fido. Oh, babies. Bones and I totally are not looking at adopting another dog. I don't think we will, because they will likely be swept up and adopted by somebody else. But we were looking at this one dog like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So, and we have a problem where we want lots of pets. So don't get your hopes up. I don't think we're getting a new dog, but we were looking at them. We kept going. So we've been working on a new setup for our lizard, because he was in kind of like a tiny tank for his size. Like, it was good when he was a little baby lizard, but now that he's all grown up, he needs a better home. So we're making him a nice new tank, and it's almost done. And every time we'd go to the pet store to pick up more like substrate and like coconut husk and moss and stuff for his enclosure, we kept seeing kittens, and we're like, well, if we go again and there's a kitten, we're gonna get a kitten. So we have a problem. Luckily, there were no kittens.
Are you talking about us looking at kittens?
Yes, and dogs.
I want to put in the application.
Let's put one in.
Everyone vouch for us.
Guys, be our reference.
Be our
Tell them we're good dog owners.
Every dog place wants you to have a backyard, though.
That's true. Everyone's like, you need a closed backyard.
For this
like,
tiny chihuahua. I'm like, can it just run in the house with
like,
the dogs?
We walk our dogs, thank you. They get lots of exercise.
Okay, let's do this.
Ren.
P.
IB. Ren. Okay. Got you. Ah!
Pikachu.
Come back. Pikachu.
Okay.
Okay, so here is one thing I would like looked at. There are some thumbnails of potential cover variations for a comic. I would be happy to hear your thoughts on them in general, but specific attention to the composition and general strength as cover/promotion pieces. That would be really helpful. The story/vibe of the comic is very similar to Unico or Astro Boy. Okay. Character enters world through unfortunate circumstances. In each episode, they adventure and end up finding out more about their past. Okay.
I like the one with the dog.
The dog? That one's really cute.
It's got a lot of movement.
It's got a lot happening in it, too.
It's got a lot happening. It's got a lot of like, it's got like a big whoosh.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think the one with the walking, it's all kind of leaning to one side. This one feels a lot more evenly weighted.
Yes.
But in a tense way. That's good.
Because I like how much is going on here. Because, like, you've got lots of... Dang it. Sorry.
And what I do is instead of keeping, like I really like your design for the typography, but if you, like, splayed it out a bit more and made it weighted, like, heavier in the bottom and, like a nice triangle, and you put it along, there's just, like, such a nice triangle shape to this one composition. If it was at the feet and it had, like, some depth to it.
Oh, are you saying something that's kind of like that at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, maybe if you added, like, a little bit of room at the bottom for the title so that it's not overlapping your nice
Cocktails are such babies. Stuff.
I think that would look real nice.
Would you like this chihuahua? You need to have 40 acres.
Yes.
Must own 40 acres fenced.
Focus on the art.
I'm just trying to entertain while you're thinking.
But yeah, I really like this. Yeah, this composition's really strong. There's a lot going on in it that makes me go like, oh, what's the story about? What's gonna go on here? There's a dog, there's a silhouette in the background, there's a volcano. Oh my god, so much. I think my second choice would definitely be the first one you have here. I find the one in the middle, the composition just feels kind of like... It feels like everything's been kind of pushed over here.
Thanks, battery.
Like, I think part of it is just like... I know what it is. It looks kind of like...
You better own a small country for your pooch. Sorry.
Yeah, it just feels like it's been split into like 4 quarters, which I think is a little distracting.
It feels very divided.
Yeah. Where I think if you just rearrange some of the elements on here, this one could also work.
Small planet. Sorry.
Stop. Whereas I find this one... Like, it is still kind of, like, split down the middle a little too much, but it feels a little more intentional with that. Like, it feels very balanced. And I especially like this little leading line kind of bringing down to the character and everything kind of moving in like that, where it's very strong. And it definitely gives me that kind of, like, Astro Boy, Unico feel to it.
Battery acid.
Stop. Quit it. Okay. But yeah, I think those two are your strongest. I definitely think that. Stop with your whispering. So yeah, I think these two are definitely your strongest. I think the one with the dog is our favorite. Stop on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the style's really cute. It's very unique, and I'd be excited to see where it goes. It reminds me kind of as well of like Powerpuff Girls. Like, I think it's just that kind of like retro throwback style. That's really cute. I really like it. Okay. For the same...
Can't.
For the same story as above, I would appreciate composition and clarity critiques on this one. It's set up for webtoon format, so you need to start at the far...
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep. That'll make sense. Okay, so... we start over here. Okay, so it shows the moon going down. See some dialogue. And then it lands. I think that looks really nice. Like, that works really well for webtoon form, because you're following this character throughout.
Totally.
And yeah, that's really good composition, honestly.
ASMR writing advice.
um,
Is very
stop.
important. Me whispering at her, so like, please don't.
Stop. Battery. I hope you like these whispers.
Do you feel tingles?
Do you feel... Stop.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I really like the first one. It's very good.
Yeah, the first page here is really nice.
Cloud eats star.
Okay. And it looks like they're falling out of the clouds.
I love thumbnail illustrations.
They're very good. Okay, so then...
Please, no. Nope.
Nope. Cloud eats star. Okay, and then... Oh, is it being like... Okay, I think I'm a little bit confused about the action here. It might just be that it's like thumbnail form.
Yeah.
But is it... The star is being eaten like that and the clouds are moving in? Or is it falling here and then it's continuing to fall here?
And it gets poofed out as a girl.
Mm.
See the star comes down, like it's falling, do, and then it goes through the clouds.
Oh!
The cloud, it disappears, and then she comes out, and then she continues to fall and lands on the cloud, wakes up, and then it's fade to title.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really strong. It's easy to understand.
It's like breathe in and then spit out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That
Then.
made sense to me.
Okay. I initially thought it was like going down and then continuing down, but yeah, if it's going up and then breathe in and then breathe out, I think it really works.
I think they're just like small things, but this is thumbnails where it's like hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could add a little more space between where it's poofed out.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit halved. Fado, can we not play ever again? You're an adult now. Yeah, but it's just like... She comes really close to the edge of the border there.
Yeah.
And that might cause you some troubles.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little more motion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a few little small things like that. Like, she's a little close to the border there. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, you could probably move this up more to give this more space.
It's very readable, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Readable is power.
I love the expressions. They're so cute.
Make ASMR K.
But yeah.
Going to make ass.
I think overall this is really strong.
Yeah.
I think you're... Yeah. It's hard because I'm like, oh no, I don't have anything to say. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with, like, some of them aren't super clear, but, like, being able to see it in pencils would help.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only so much you can gather from a thumbnail. But, like, what I can see now, it's strong enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to critique thumbnails. Because you're just looking at the composition, and the composition looks really nice.
Yeah.
It's very readable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you have any questions for us, Ren/IB? And dog honk.
Honk. Snort.
Honk, snort. But yeah, let
Snuffle.
us know if there's anything you wanted us to cover that we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're really nitpicky, other times we're
Yeah.
sleepy.
Yeah, overall these are really nice. It's a very unique style and it's really cute.
I am interested to see it
Yeah.
through.
Mm-hmm. I also like the typography on this one over here. Like, that's really nice.
No worries, I'll fix up things, maybe pencils next month. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Thank you for ASMR. No problem.
You're welcome.
You got the added benefit of ASMR.
Yes.
Okay, and
Next-
last but not least, because they submitted first.
They were on it.
Yeah.
Are you here, Yellow Iris?
Didn't even need a reminder, just straight up posted.
Just heck yeah. Okay. Hello guys, I'm submitting some characters from my first comic that I've been working on. I'd love to get everyone's opinion on it when y'all have the time. Drawing characters isn't my forte, but I've been spending a lot of time trying to learn how to construct them this month. I'd love to hear what everyone thinks of them when you have time. Oh, happy weekend to you all. Please take time to relax. Oh my god, Yellow, you're so sweet. Okay, so we have 3 characters. So we have.
I love them.
They're really cute. This is a really cute
strong.
style.
I really love the purple one. She reminds me of Chrism.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh, sorry.
With the purple hair, it's like a mix of Minx and Chrism.
Yeah, it is. It's got. I love the floof of the hair,
Yeah.
and then the back floof and the front floof match, and then the little horn also has that same shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and the circles throughout.
Yeah, and there's lots of little nice bands too, like the band in her hair tie, and then like across the chest, and like the little hem at the bottom, and the belts, and on the arms. It's all really cute. It's so good. It's very round.
Yeah. I love that they're all very different characters too.
Yeah, you can definitely like see their personalities really shining through.
Yeah.
Cause like,
And the triangles throughout the one design. I think the first design, the first girl, she has like the most cohesive color language
yes,
to her. I find the other ones, well, the middle one less so, but like you lose the purple in the last one. Like the purple and the yellows, like they go really well together. And then the little hints of red also pop. But you lose that. Like if you did a cross section, you definitely lose that. Could be pulled in a bit more with the purple. I don't know where, but somewhere.
Yeah, it
Could be
needs like
nice.
hints of purple somewhere.
If they're all meant to be together, there also is kind of, well, the yellow pulls through them all.
That's true.
But they do feel a little on
See,
different teams.
The first 2 feel like they're on the same team.
Yeah.
The final girl doesn't feel like she's
Yeah.
from the same team. She feels like
She feels sort of like almost a different comic.
yeah,
I don't know if they're like meant to be together.
I think they are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because this one has like the middle guy has like the little details on his armbands that match the other girls.
Oh, okay, so the first girl, Fane, she's a protagonist.
Oh, okay.
The boy is a deuteragonist.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then Violet is a secondary character.
Okay. Can see it.
Okay, so I can read their description. So Fane, the first girl, high-spirited, sweet, very over-friendly, daughter of the town blacksmith, hyper and adventurous. She's an elf. She wears a blacksmith apron. The boy, Ainsley, soft boy, worrywart, very informative and smart. The son of the apothecary owner in town, herbal and potion shop. He loves plants. He's a nerd. I love the note. Are these shoes not medieval enough? I like it. He looks like an RPG character.
Yeah.
Violet, secondary character, bossy, sassy, and also a princess of a kingdom. Fane's cousin from another country, loves collecting dragon materials.
Okay.
Emblem, she wears an emblem from her kingdom. She has a dragon horn.
I think I also really like her design because it's very simplified. I think the other two need to be more simplified if it's going to be a comic. There's just a few, like, I'm just imagining having to draw these characters repeatedly. And they're pretty simple, but I feel like if you just pulled them back like a little bit, you'd make your life easier.
Yeah, true.
Like all of the dots on the art, on the what's that thing called? The satchel.
Yeah.
All those on the satchel. That's gonna get annoying.
Yeah, to draw all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a bit distracting. Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's up to them whether they want to do it or not.
Yeah. I think there's definitely some tiny details that could be pulled back just for, like, simplicity's sake.
Yeah.
Because the Violet
And
girl...
readability's sake, too.
True.
Like, I get a little lost. I really like these characters. Like,
They're really
everything's
good.
a nitpick.
Yeah.
But the last one's definitely the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, a little bit of clutter to the first two.
Mm.
Quietly wait for Ursula to say her thing.
Sorry, I'm thinking. Yeah, I think Ainsley, the middle guy, it's definitely the little circles and details on his clothing that make him feel cluttered. Because overall, his design is simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd also be careful with his satchel and his glove here. Because they're very similar in color. Like, you might need to bring the values might need to be, like, have more contrast between them. Because if he's going to have his hands in his satchel a lot, you're going to kind of get lost in there. So you either want to, like, darken the gloves and lighten the satchel, or vice versa. That's one small trouble you could run into. But yeah, these are really good designs.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what do I say?
I think there is a bit of a thing where, like, the heads don't match the bodies color-wise.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's the one I keep seeing, like, on all of the designs. Less at the very first one, but I find that the yellow's kind of cluttered, and, like, there's the pop of red, which I don't quite get where that's coming from. There's just a lot going on with her colors.
I think
and yellow's, like, the only through line throughout them.
I think it looks like the through line with red is supposed to be, like, his hair and his little bookmark, and then her ribbon, and then her, like, jewels.
Yeah.
But I think it needs to be, like, incorporated a little bit more into their designs, especially on the guy. He doesn't have that pop of red, except for in his hair.
Yeah, and his is more of a naturalistic one, and theirs are definitely a much more saturated red.
Totally.
Very bright. Yeah. Because I like the shapes. Yeah, I think it's the color where I'm just like... Like, the yellow definitely shows through on them all. Almost a little too much on the last one. If they're meant to all be together.
Yeah, true. If they're all, like, in the same, like, team. But yeah, the shapes are really strong.
But then there's, like, no green throughout the other ones. Because, like, I get that he's Plant Boy. But...
Yeah, because it looks like she's blue, he's green, and she's the most confusing because it feels like her main color is supposed to be purple or yellow, but yellow's also a through line.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's definitely the colors
hard.
need something.
Yeah. But for her, that's only if she's going to be, like, in a party with these characters.
If she's in a party with someone else, she's probably fine.
Yeah, totally.
So the purple is a bit odd. But I don't know. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Yeah.
Overall, these are really, really strong.
Very cute. 10 out of 10. Plant Boy.
Plant Boy.
It's me. It's Bones.
I love their shoes. I like their outfits. They feel like an RPG that I would have played when I was, like, 10.
Yeah.
Right? I would be like, oh, that's so cute.
Or like a book I read.
Totally. It's really adorable.
Is that all? Did we do it, guys?
I think we did it.
Oh my god, we got through them all.
We're only 13 minutes after time.
We did it! Does anyone else have questions, comments, concerns?
If you have questions or worries or you did it.
Oh my goodness. Can we go eat our dinner now? Are we allowed? Dinner time, eat the chicken.
Eat the chicken.
Hooray! Keep in mind I didn't even submit. Imagine if I did. I know. Well, we're probably gonna, if we get more, we're gonna probably please don't stop streaming. How long have you been drawing?
Us? Me?
Hours. Just a few
hours.
hours.
I learned yesterday.
Eat the food for 15, and you're
We're
having
old
dinner.
people. We have dinner at 4:15.
We didn't have lunch.
Yeah.
Because we got back from.
We
I haven't had breakfast or lunch.
Oh, you've only eaten maple candy.
I've only eaten maple candy. I need to have real food. In the future, how do we get our art reviewed? It's for $8 patrons.
Yes. So if you
Well,
sign
I
up
don't
now,
need
you'll be included in next month's.
Exactly.
Will this be archived to watch, so I can watch the others? Yes.
Yep.
So it'll be up on our channel later today or tomorrow.
Yeah. It's all on Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on some expression practice. Oh yeah. I was looking at your old stuff like when I was on the toilet, as you do, just looking. I was
Don't
just.
tell people that.
I went through the past critique streams, and y'all have improved so much.
Yeah. You guys
So
are doing
proud of
amazing.
you guys.
I love when you guys submit because like your art is so good.
Yeah, and you keep getting better and better.
Yeah. Just leave the stream on forever.
We'll leave you with Madoka, who's playing. No, it's Fado.
Fido's playing in the bean butt.
He's so loud.
Squish, squish, squish.
Fado, you want breakfast?
Oh my god. The big eyes.
Sorry, I just saw Madoka appear from behind.
Hello.
She just looked around your computer at me like, yes, I would like the breakfast.
Beanbag.
Look at that. See, we're giving you some extra time just to talk. Bones watching some of your art on the when you're bored, you're bored. Have you got the power of a ghost? You have the power of a ghost. No improvement so far. Yeah, PK, first time.
Gosh, PK.
Proud of y'all. Mom and Papa proud. PK, get better. Come on. You weren't as good as last time.
That's so mean.
That sounds horrible, because, like, you submitted nothing last time, and now that you have, it's worse.
Oh, God. Wow, this went downhill. Can
Wow.
you imagine?
Oh, that'd be so mean
It'd be
if
so
I did that.
awful. We're gonna do that next time. We're just gonna make you guys feel bad.
We're not going to, because
No.
Ursula's here.
Yeah, I can't even joke. I'm like, no, it's good.
My computer's dying.
Stop.
I miss streaming for you guys. We have to do
know.
Twitch more. We've just been so busy. I say a million times.
Yeah.
I got a vlog coming out soon.
Yeah.
We have a few more days till the vlog comes out. It's oh my god, on Wednesday I have to put it together.
All right.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Get it done.
Well, no, I can't get it done. I'm gonna do it all, and I'm gonna do it all on Wednesday. I'm gonna put it together
Oh, okay.
and upload it for all of the patrons. $1 and up. All of you get it. Super vlog power. Totally isn't just me and animals the entire time.
No way.
What's your favorite drawing you've made? I love those like blind contours.
Those are my favorite too. I like.
And you never miss the daytime ones, but no, there aren't any. I'm sorry. I'm just.
We've been really busy.
Yeah, I spent all of yesterday crying because I was so burnt out. I'm better now, guys.
Yeah. Had a good cry.
My pain and misery upload, that was actually a lot of pain.
Yes. Well, it's just like, I wonder if they read the comments on our videos, like the description, because it's just like going downhill.
What was the one? It was like how to show movement in your
Oh,
character.
right.
And
You're like, throw them.
throw comics books at people. How to make dynamic pages. But take care of your mental health, Bones.
Yeah.
Bones aren't part of your mental health. That's physical health. Gotta
Your
drink.
mental health
Gotta
bones.
drink.
Drink milk to keep your mental health bones strong.
Drink milk to keep bones strong. If you want more
Help
comics
him.
from me, get the
You
calcium.
must ingest calcium. I heard.
I hear better now. I thought he said battery and I was confused. Brain bones. The 24-hour stream in slow motion.
Have you all
25
thought
hours.
of hiring more people or starting a bigger business with your
I think
comics?
about that all the time, but I don't have money.
If we
for...
had money, I would hire so
Wait,
many people right now.
Wait, I've hired people.
You have.
I have a whole bunch of people working on the moon that I told you. I forgot that we were supposed to do one. You know.
Don't make me do it. Not in August.
We'll see what happens.
Bones. Yeah, but you hired Alex for Honeywells.
I know.
You've hired a bunch of people for Moonlight. We've been hiring people for like our print projects, but I don't think we're gonna hire any YouTube people.
Yeah, we don't make that kind of money.
Nuh-uh.
We have like 28 patrons.
Yeah.
Which is good. Next month we can finally buy... Well, this month we first bought our camera, and then next month we'll have enough to get a microphone for the camera so it doesn't sound like trash. So first vlog is trash vlog. And then after that I can get a tripod. And we're just going to slowly build up our stuff. Big patron energy.
Oh, we want to do another 24-hour stream.
We want to do 7 of them. I'm pretty sure.
We're going to make an anthology out of them.
Yeah.
Called 24/7.
Yeah, the 24/7.
Copyright, don't steal it.
Yeah, anthology. Payment receipt. Who's paying me?
Me.
Oh, someone. Okay, backer kit.
Oh, battery is sweet. You picked the $8 tier. Less for critique and more I wanted to give money.
Oh, bless her.
Sweet.
Mammal Rambles McKay. Okay, we need to stop. I'm really hungry.
You're hungry? Okay, let's go before it gets hangry.
Support the Honeywell's Kickstarter.
It's not Honeywell's, it's
Scourge of
Nightboy.
We're almost halfway there.
So enthusiasm. Okay, goodbye. Thanks for coming. Thanks for submitting your stuff and letting us poke at it. And...
We're at 90 backers.
Woo!
10 away from 100. Ooh, woo.
Just boy.
Powerful energy. All right.
Okay.
See you guys.
Goodbye.
See you next week.